Consider on journal page 61, exponential decay. Example 1. Select the graph of the transform function, then describe the omega range of the transform function using set notation. Identify the parameters. So a is -3. B is 1 divided by 2. H is 4. K is 3. Okay. Find the reference point. So that's 4 comma a is -3 plus k is 3. So the reference point is 4 comma 0. Which, let's come over to the graph and go ahead and graph that point. Four comma 0. Okay. Now find the reference point. So h is 4 minus 1, comma a divided by b. So that's -3 divided by 1/2 plus k, which is 3. Okay. Well, we know 4 minus 1 is 3. Let's go ahead and use Desmos to get the other. So we just want scientific calculator. So no, -3 divided by 1 divided by 2 plus 3 is -3. Okay, so that's 3 -3. And let's go ahead and graph that point. So 3, 1, 2, 3, -1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let's go ahead and graph our asymptote, which is this number right here, 3. Okay, and let's go and use Desmos just to kind of get a feel for what the graph is going to look like. So -3, parentheses, 1 divided by 2 to the x minus 4. Oh, you have to use parentheses, x minus 4 plus 3. Okay, so that kind of verifies our points here. You can see that it's coming from here, and it's going up, and it's going along here. All right. I'll give you a second to double check your graph. All right. The domain of an exponential is always -infinity to +infinity, and the range is y less than 3. All right. Take a look at the next example. Example 2. Select the graph of the transform function, then describe the domain and range of the transform function using set notation. All right. So identify a. A is 1. B is 1 divided by 6. H is -3. K is 2. Okay, so find a reference point. So H is -3. A is 1 plus 2. So our point is -3 comma 3. Okay, let's go ahead and graph that point. Okay, so -3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now here, H is -3 minus 1, comma, A is 1 divided by 1 divided by 6 plus 2. Okay, so you can check these if you want, use Desmos, but this plus 2 is 8, so -3, 8. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph that point. So, and actually, you know what? I want to double check my number real quick. So we want, go back. So, I want scientific calculator. So 1 divided by 6 plus 2 is 8. Yep. So negative 3, 8. So negative 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we know our asymptote's at 2. All right, and then just want to, this concerns me that the points are stacked on top of each other. So let's double check with Desmos. So 1 divided by 6 to the parentheses x plus 3 plus 2. Okay, so our asymptote checks out. And then let's check negative 3. 3 were okay. Negative 3. So it should actually be negative 4, 8. So let's go ahead and correct that point. So and let's see what mistake happened. But before we do that, we see that the curve is going like this. So real quick though, you can see that negative 3 minus 1 isn't negative 3, it's negative 4. Okay, so that's fixed. The graph is correct. The domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. The range is y greater than 2. Let's take a look at the next example. Our example 3, select the graph of the transform function, then describe the domain and range of the transform function using set notation. G of x equals 1/5, parentheses 1/3, to the x minus 1/5 plus 3. So A is 1/5, B is 1/3, H is 1/5, and K is 3. So H is 1/5, which in a decimal, that's 0.20. This is 0.33. Okay, so let's go and write that the decimal. It makes graphing a little easier. Comma A, which is 0.20 plus K, which is 3. So this point is 0.20, comma 3.20. Okay, let's go ahead and graph that point. Now we're going to approximate. 0.2 is about here, and then 3, 1, 2, 3, 3.2 would be about there. You just approximate. Okay, let's take a look at the next reference point. Okay, so H is 1/5 minus 1, comma A, which is 1/5, divided by B, which is 1/3, plus K, which is 3. So let's just use a calculator to make sure that we don't make a calculation error. So I need to go back. Let's go to scientific calculator. So 1 divided by 5 minus 1 is negative 0.8, comma 1 divided by 5 divided by 1 divided by 3 plus 3 is 3 point, let's just round up to 3.1. Okay. So let's go ahead and graph that point. So negative 0.8 is about here. 3.1 is 1, 2, 3.1 is a little less than that. Okay. Now our asymptote's at 3. And those points aren't really much to go on, so let's go ahead and use Desmos just to kind of get a sense of the curve. One divided by 5, parentheses, 1 divided by 3, parentheses, to the parentheses x minus 1 divided by 5, and then plus 3. So you see that this point actually is off. It should be up higher above this point. This tells us our curve is going like this. Okay? And use Desmos to make corrections as you're graphing, okay? All right, so there's your graph. The domain of an exponent is always negative infinity to positive infinity. The range is y greater than 3. Let's take a look at the next example. Okay, A is 2, B is 1/5, H is 4, K is negative 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug those in. So H is 4, comma, A, which is 2 minus 5, no calculator needed, 4, comma, negative 3. Let's go ahead and graph that point. So 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 3. And then H is 4 minus 1, comma, A, 2 divided by 1/5, plus K, which is minus 5. Okay, so that point is 3, comma, 5. All right, let's go ahead and graph that point. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now our asymptote is at negative 5. So negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so our curve is going to go through this point, down through there, and here. Okay. The domain is negative infinity to positive infinity, and the range is y greater than negative 5. All right, I believe this is the last example. Let's take a look. All right, identify the parameters. So A is negative 2, B is 1/4, H is negative 1, K is 9. All right, so H is negative 1, comma, A, which is negative 2, plus 9. So that point's easy, negative 1, comma, 7. Let's go ahead and graph that point. So negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then H is negative 1 minus 1, comma, A is negative 2 divided by 1/4, plus K is plus 9. So then that point is negative 2, comma, 1. Okay, so negative 2, comma, 1. Okay, so our asymptote is at positive 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So remember, leads up to the asymptote or down to the asymptote, so it goes like this. Okay. Go and finish up your graph. The domain is negative infinity to positive infinity. The range is y less than 9. All right, go and finish up your notes and examples, start working on your assignment, and have a wonderful Wildcat day.